You are now live, it says. Welcome to this live broadcast from Be Live. We're getting ready to go live, and I'm just going to press the button, and we've got the countdown clock going now. So it means that we're on our way over to OneStream. Has started. That's good. Thank you, OneStream. We're live in a moment on Amazon Live. We're live on Facebook. Hello, Facebook. And we're live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. As you can see, today is all about, if you look at bottom right, you've got a map. I'm going to explain what the map is all about as I go live on Amazon Live. Dead on 4 o'clock. Okay. And first item in the carousel is the Fitbit Charge 5. And I'm going to explain all about that. Now you're watching. Well, I'll come on screen in 11 seconds. I'll be on screen. I'll explain everything to you. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, so that clock will go, and if I get this right, I will appear. Hello and welcome. I just want to move over. If I go over here, I'm trying to go over here. It's not working. It's not working. Okay, I'll try and go here. Okay, that's better. The logo is now on top of the map. Hello and welcome. And first thing I want to do is to say welcome to the broadcast with Stephen live from England. And today we're going to be looking at action. We're going to be looking at lights and cameras. I'm broadcasting from Be Live. And thank you for joining me on Amazon. And thank you for joining me on YouTube as well. But Amazon is prime focus as always. And the first item we're going to talk about is the Fitbit Charge 5. But before we do that, I'll give you a little tour of my studio. And these are the items that are down in the carousel. You've got the Stream Deck, you've got the Loom Cube stand, you've got the OBSBot. Over here, you've got the USB hub, you've got the Treblab HD77 speaker, you've got my thank you card. There's the TP-Link Deco Wi-Fi. We're actually using that to broadcast right now. Then we have the earbuds, and then this is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And if I refresh that page in a moment, you should have this broadcast. There's the carrying case, which is suitable for the Ultra or for the iPhone 12 or iPhone 13. And all the items that you're looking at are actually down in the carousel. Okay, so welcome. We're underway, and anything can happen, and it probably will. As you know, if you've seen me in the past, I'm based in Wiltshire in England, about 93 miles away from London. And I've been broadcasting on Amazon Live since August 2021. And I enjoy every single show, and I'm glad that you've joined me today. Now, the first thing I want to look at, if I switch that camera off and I hide that card, is down in the carousel. It's the Fitbit Charge 5. And the Fitbit Charge 5, if I go here, this is the Fitbit Charge 5, okay, and today it is $129.95, which is a discount of 13%. So it's 13% off today. So it's really a good price. I'll take my reading glasses off. And this is my 5th Fitbit. I use them consistently. And basically, this is the device that keeps me fit. And if I put it in front of the camera, okay, there you can see it. If I switch it on, it might be helpful. Okay, so it's a watch. And in addition to that, it counts your steps. Okay, let's take that logo off because it tends to get in the way then. So logo will disappear. We are broadcasting from Be Live. Okay, and I can put this watch up now and you can see it. Okay, now it's a color watch, as you can see. And basically, all you need to do with the watch is go along until you get to there. And again, I'll put this closer to the camera so you can see it. And you just press the walking man and it starts to track your steps. Now, it tracks your steps. That's what it does. 2,000 steps equals 1 mile. And I aim to do 4 miles a day. And every morning at 11:30, I take my Fitbit I take my mobile phone, okay, Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, down in the carousel. This phone goes with me, as do these earbuds. And I go out for a walk, wearing the watch, wearing the earbuds. In fact, I put those on now. Okay, these are aftershocks. They're down in the carousel, and the device. Now, the thing about a device is it's got GPS, so that means that it actually tracks where you're going. And if I go picture in picture, you can see my walk today. And if I zoom in a little, hopefully this will work. If I zoom in a little bit, then you can see that I was walking around Devizes. And basically, what Fitbit.com is where I am now. This is my personal dashboard. And I start off from home, and then I go out along London Road. Now, we're 93 miles from London, so I walked along London Road right up until the military barracks, and then I turned right, and now you can see that I'm working harder. If you look at the bottom graph, you can see I'm working harder because we're actually going uphill. And I went all the way uphill to the top and then came down the other side and round by the park and eventually ended up back home. But all the time it's actually tracking how good the exercise is. And in this particular exercise, I did 12 minutes cardio work and 74 minutes fat burn. So I was active for a large percentage of the walk. And this is important because walking is good. Walking fast is better. On average, we walk about 20 minutes per mile. So 3 miles an hour is walking speed. It does vary with age. But if you say 3 miles, and that will be 20 minutes a mile, and I averaged 17:39 this morning. It was just a gentle run. But the Fitbit is doing its job, and it's actually tracking me, giving me a map of where I've been. And I can then compare how I've done today, because this was this morning's walk, with how I've done previously. And it's all within the watch. Now, the thing about the Fitbit Charge 5 is that there is no subscription fee. If you pay the $129.95, which is 13% discount, then there's no other fees to pay. Everything I'm showing you is included. It is free. And this map facility, because the Fitbit Charge 5 has GPS, means that you can get a map of where you've been and you can see what pace you walked or ran at. This is great for walking, running, jogging, or cycling, or the gym, okay, because it actually tracks you around the gym as well. And you can see your heart rate, which is important because we know we've got to keep within certain limits. And you can see how hard you're exercising at the time. And every time you go for a walk, you get the map. And you also get the stats to show how well you've done on your walk and whether you've been exercising your heart or whether you've been doing work to lose weight. And this morning I was mostly losing weight. But the thing about Fitbit.com, now Fitbit is owned by Google. That's the first thing. Fitbit actually is owned by Google. And everything I'm about to show you is part of the site. So I'm going to go back and hopefully it will catch up in a second. The thing about Fitbit though is going back to the main dashboard and I'll go up, is community. There are literally millions of Fitbit users all around the world using a Fitbit to stay fit. So you've got common cause. Everybody on there is trying to keep healthy. And the thing is, you can make some great friends. Now, every week there are at least 2 challenges, a weekend challenge and a weekday challenge, Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday being the other one. And it's who can do the most steps. Okay. Now, that's the winner. Okay. And I try to come somewhere close, but you're being challenged because the thing about doing any exercise regime is having somebody to cheer for you, support you. And if you make friends on Fitbit.com, friends for life, by the way, then every time I go out the door and I walk 2 or 3 miles, I've given permission for people in the ladder to actually see me. And when they see me, they cheer me. And everybody cheers everybody else. So it's a great support network built in to the Fitbit.com site. So that's community. Also in there, you've got community groups you can join for free, and you've got advice on every aspect of keeping fit. How did you sleep? If you wear your Fitbit at night when you sleep, then it will measure your sleep pattern. And it will tell you when you were dreaming, when you were awake, when you're in deep sleep, when you're in light sleep. If you wear your Fitbit for 4 nights, it will give you a report detailing how you can improve your sleep. 60,000 is the number on the board there, and that's the maximum number of steps I've done in a day. I did 30 miles in one day. That was a walking marathon between Avebury and Stonehenge, and 26 miles, 385 yards is a marathon. That's 52,000 steps, and a little bit extra because I got a bit lost that day. And then you've got obviously the steps in the morning and the steps in the evening. But I do enjoy walking marathons, not running marathons. I couldn't do a running marathon, but I can do a walking marathon. Now, again, everything I'm telling you is free. You can keep a weight diary and you can track your weight on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis and see the trend. Behind that is a food diary. This is all on, there's an iPhone app, there's an Android app, and you can do it on the website as well. You can track your food. There's a full database of USA foods, and you can, Fitbit's actually telling you how many calories you burned. You can record how many calories you ate. Okay. And then going down the page, it shows you how much you've exercised. So I've exercised 60 minutes a day on average in the last 28 days. I've done 18 minutes less than I did before because I had a break over Christmas, okay, and the New Year. And now, as you can see from the green there, I'm actually back and I did a walk today. If I go see more, this is my personal dashboard. So today I did 5.24 miles. I'll put that a bit further up. And I burnt 1,643 calories and did 10,556 steps. So that's just the one walk. I do walk 3 or 4 times a week in the morning, and I've done 23 miles this week. This month, I've done 91 miles, and in the year, I've done 1,012 miles. Now, when I started, come back to me for a minute. When I started talking about the Fitbit and Amazon Live, basically, I was doing 850 miles a year. I've now upped that to over 1,000. I've met my target. I'm happy. And the Fitbit is the greatest way that I know to actually keep fit. Okay, so that's the Fitbit charge. It's down in the carousel, $129.95, and it is today 13% off. Back to me. Okay, next item in the carousel. You're looking at it. Okay, you're looking at the Nexigo N970p camera, and it's a camera that was designed in the USA. And the Nexigo 970p, I'm going to tell you about it now. With so many items down in the carousel, I'm just trying to find them. Yeah, I've got it. So we're talking about the Nexigo N970p webcam, and you're watching it now. It's a 4K webcam. Now, because it's a 4K webcam, it's got a 4K lens, which means that the 1080 or 720 version you're watching now and the 1080 benefit from having this lens. So it's great quality. Out the box, you can use this camera to record locally on your computer, be it a PC or a Mac, in 4K. And then you can take that 4K video and you can put it onto Vimeo or YouTube or your favorite video storage site, and people can watch you in 4K. Now, that's the best we as consumers can do at the moment with a webcam. Yeah. So this is the top end of webcams. If you click link in the carousel, you'll find that Nexigo, who are based just outside Seattle, do a range of webcams from $60 up to the $179 that you see now. But I chose this camera for one reason. Well, the main reason is I'd never seen a quality of picture like this, like the Nexigo. It is just crisp, clear picture. Yeah. Now at the moment it's basically at the moment. If I just go over here a minute, just let me sort something out, and I'll be back in a second. Not there. Okay, I want to go there and go here and put this in the carousel. I want to point something out about the Nexigo. I'm going to show it in the stream. Okay, and I'm going to take myself off solo. I'm going to stop sharing Fitbit. Okay, so next to me, you have got the Nexigo N970p, and I'm going to go like this so you can actually see me. Okay, so you've got the next. First thing to notice is that it is about 7 inches wide. If you're watching on Facebook, the link to the camera has just been posted. If you're watching on YouTube, the link to the camera has just been posted. Okay, if you're watching on Amazon Live, thank you, and just click the link in the carousel to find out more. I'm just going to change things slightly. Just give me a moment. I just need to make one change, and we will be good. That's better. Okay, you can now see us both on screen. So this is the camera. That's exactly what it looks like. And as you can see, it's got a remote control. If I go full screen, the camera is supplied with this remote control. I just want to make one change. I just want to move this. If I go here, just a minute, and I go here. Okay, I love this remote control, has to be said. So we've got the remote control. So next to go 970p, I'm going to give you a demonstration in a moment. It is Zoom certified, so it's brilliant on Zoom calls. It's got onboard flash memory. Now, the thing about this is important. This bit is important. The camera has flash memory, which means that if I use the remote control to actually set a preset, it will remember it in the camera. If I set 4 or 5 different presets, it will remember it in the camera, so that when I press a button, yeah, it goes to that preset. Okay, and then I can just go back again. Okay, these settings become part of the camera, and if you take the camera to another computer, the camera will remember the settings. Onboard flash memory, very important. So the camera has the ability to remember things. It's AI powered auto framing, and basically this is a conference camera. The idea is you put it on a tripod on a conference table, and if there's one person on screen, it will center on one person like it's centering on me. If there are 3 people on screen, it's got facial recognition, and it will widen its field of view to 3 people. And if you've got 5 people on screen, it will widen it even further. So it's got an adjustable field of view, which can take in the number of people sat around the conference table. So everybody can be on screen at the same time. And basically, it just works. One camera, one microphone, and everybody is in the picture. But the reason that it's got everything it's got is got an inbuilt Sony sensor. Now, the thing about all Nexigo cameras is they all have something extra. And the extra in this case is the Sony sensor. It's got dual noise cancelling microphones. This is important. If you're on a Zoom call and your dog barks, then nobody will hear it if you've got noise cancellation on. So when you're looking for a camera or a microphone, do make sure it's got that. The camera is designed to work with, wait a minute, I need to make a change. Just give me a second. Let me go here. You can't read that, can you? Okay, you can read it now. It works with Teams, Zoom, WebEx, and Google. And this is the kicker. This is why this camera is so good. The N970p is built with a Sony CMOS sensor that features 3840 20 by 2160 UHD resolution at 30 frames per second. Now, in English, let's just put that The CMOS sensor is in relation to 4K, and it gives it the ability to do 4K, which is 3860 by 3840 by 2160, ultra high definition. And this is the best that we can do, yeah, as consumers, best we can do. 30 frames per second is what I'm broadcasting to you at right now. As I mentioned a moment ago, you can directly save any specific settings for the webcam for instant recall. And I did mention this a moment ago, but it has advanced face detection, and the AI will automatically frame the video according to the number of people in a meeting. So 1 person, 3 people, or 5 people, or 2, 4, 6, 8, doesn't really matter. It has a remote, and let's look at the remote. Okay, this is the remote that's actually supplied with the camera and tuned into the camera. So if I go and press a button, press 2, then it will zoom right out, and you can see my bookcase, you can see the Samsung all-in-one PC. And this is what I look normally. This is no zoom at all. And then I can press a button and zoom back in. I can press another button and zoom all the way out. And we're actually practicing this morning for a show we're doing on Friday, where Angelica is going to be standing up. Angelica is my partner, German language tutor, and we're going to do role play in a German restaurant. And Angelica will be stood up as the waitress, and I will be the customer. And this allows us both to actually get in the picture. I can go here, okay, and I can I've got tight control over this. If I go back to number 1, okay, I can actually zoom in. I've got fine control. I can zoom all the way in. And then, as you do, I can zoom all the way out again, or I can press a button. Now, you know, on your TV remote control, you've got an on-screen menu. I know you can see this, okay? I can use the on-screen menu to set up this camera. And I can come down to exposure. At the moment, the exposure is automatic. If I take it off automatic and do manual, I can actually change it. Yeah, so I can change the exposure. I'm going to leave it on auto. Next one down is color. Now the color at the moment is automatic. Yeah, so it's working out what the best lighting is, and well, it's doing all the important stuff. But if I just press one button on here, I've gone bright red. Well, this is basically what's happening now is that I'm not on automatic, and I can change the colorways any way I want. Yeah. The simplest thing to do when you get this camera, though, is just to put it on automatic. Yeah. But if you want to change the colors at any time, you can change the colors. Okay. And go back to fine tuning again to the menu. I can change the image. Okay. I can change the brightness. So I can up the brightness of the screen and bring it down again. Okay. I can change the contrast. Okay. And bring it down again. I can increase the sharpness of the picture, or I can bring it down again. I think it was 6, wasn't it? Okay. Okay, I can flip the picture. So I'm now on the other side. Or I can flip it back. Yeah. So I can flip which way around I am. And this is the next one is one I love using, and I shouldn't really, but if I go like this, then I'm actually upside down. And I haven't thought of a use for this. Yeah, I know it looks weird to have me upside down. I will move in a minute, but I just love the fact that I can just press a button and I can go from the right way up to upside down. The thing is, about everything in this Nexigo camera is customizable. Yeah, so I can flip. I can change to black and white. Okay, at the flick of a button, I can go black and white, or I can go color. I'm just flicking between them. I can change the gamma settings, and I can go into low light mode, and I can close it or open it. And all of this is with the on-screen menu. And just so you know, if I go here, the on-screen menu button is down there. If I press that, the menu will come up again. And this, I've not seen this on a camera before. Yeah. Normally, you just plug a camera in and that's it. With this camera, though, you can adjust to suit yourself. Because let's be honest, this is all about being comfortable on camera. And with this ability through the remote control to actually set things up, it doesn't get any more flexible than that. The camera itself has got dual microphones, and I just want to make this point. Nexigo is an American-born brand built on the core values of innovation. They're based just outside Seattle. If you click link in the carousel, well, I'll tell you the story first. Nexigo started as a retailer of electronic goods and broadcasting equipment. And 2 or 3 years ago, they saw a gap in the market for webcams. And they decided to actually design in Seattle a range of webcams and bring them to market. And this is one of the latest examples. This is the Nexigo N970p, which you're watching now, and it's designed in America. And the camera itself was released October 20th, 2021. So it's a recent design, and as I say, it's got low light correction. So if the lights go off, it will correct automatically. Now, as I say, I got this camera purely and simply. Let me just do something. I go that way. Just using the remote control. I got this camera because it's got such a clear picture, and the on-screen menu, you can customize it however you wish, and it works out the box, or you can tweak it. So it is the best camera I've got lens-wise. This is the best lens that I've got. Okay, well, whilst I do something in the background, I'm going to take you over to my desktop, and these are the items that we'll be looking at today. And the one you're looking at right now is this one, which is the Obspot 4K. And we're going to look at the Obspot 4K camera in a moment. I just need to make a change in my studio. So behind the scenes, whilst you're, how many of those items do you know of, is the question. Okay, just a minute. I'm just trying to make an alteration, and hopefully I'll be able to. Just a sec. I know what's going on here. I've got a technical problem. Okay. Right, I'm back now. Okay. I'm back, and you're actually looking at the Brio at the moment. Yeah, I've set it up so this camera is dead center, which means that I'm sort of dead center. But we're going to look at the Obspot. Oh, the headphones. The headphones are from Aftershok's Aeropex. They're down in the carousel, the best headphones I've had. And I'll explain all about them later. Okay, so let's have a look at the Obspot. This is the Obspot. Okay, it has a lens on top. It has a 2-axis gimbal, and then it's got the body of the camera, and it's USB-A to USB-C. Okay, it is a 4K camera like the Nexigo, and first thing about it is it's got 3 presets. So that's my desktop, and I'm going to switch through. We're going to send this, I've got 2 of these, don't worry about it. I've got 2 Obspots. I got the original and I got the 4K. So I have the benefit of 2. So I can switch to me. Okay, so you're now watching the Obspot Tiny 4K. And I'm just going to give you a few details, and then we're going to go and we're going to do a demonstration, a live demonstration. I'm going to give you a live demonstration of why I love the Obspot, and it's my favorite camera. Well, the 2 of them, my favorite camera. We're looking at the Obspot Tiny PTZ, which is $269 today. And it is a PTZ webcam. It's AI powered. Okay. So the thing is, it's on a gimbal, so it can go through 130 degrees, which means it can move. Yeah. And I'll give you a demonstration. It's got autofocus. If I show you this remote control we looked at a moment ago, you can see it in full clear relief. Yeah, because that's autofocus to focus on an object. Okay, so I'm going to pull back now. It is a 4K video camera. Out the box, you can record 4K on PC or Mac, upload to YouTube or Vimeo or wherever you store your video. It's got dual omnidirectional microphones. This is important because this is a conference camera. Okay, it's got auto tracking with the 2-axis gimbal, which I just showed you a moment ago, and it's got low light correction. So if the lights are turned off, the camera will compensate so you can still see me. It's got magical gesture control. If I put my hand up like that, yes, I was moving then the camera will follow me. If I put my hand up like that, the camera will stop following me. If I go like that, the camera will zoom in or not. If I go like that, it will stop zooming in. I do need to practice that. The microphones, dual omnidirectional with noise reduction. And we've looked at the fact that this camera's got 3 preset positions. Okay, and it's got AI tracking. Okay, and this is the point. This is a live demonstration. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I've got the software on my desktop, and if I go over here and I go there, I should be able to just a minute, stand up, and the camera is actually following me. And this is basically one of the main features of the Osbot Tiny, is the fact that it is on a 2-axis gimbal, which means that it will follow me as I move about, which I love. Now, whilst we're stood up, because I love the fact that you can actually present sat down or stood up, we're going to take a look at the Aftershocks headphones, which I'm wearing today. So these are the Aftershocks, and I'm going to put them here. These are my favorite headphones. Yeah, you notice the autofocus. Put them on, they go over your ear. So they don't go inside your ear canal, they go over your ear. Now, they work through bone conduction. The vibration in the speakers goes through your cheekbones to your inner ear, and that's how it works. Totally safe, patented technology by Aftershocks. I mean, I saw these basically about 5 months ago. We went to a running show in Farnborough in Hampshire in England, and Aftershocks or Shocks had a stand there, and I tested a few of their headphones out, and I love these. And as soon as I got home, I put them onto my Amazon wish list, and here they are. Okay. Now, I live in England. They're waterproof. They have to be. They're coated and they are totally waterproof, but don't go swimming in them. They are ideal for outdoors, for walking, running, jogging, and cycling. Made for that because they don't move about. Control-wise, the only thing you need to do is to pair it with your mobile phone. Okay, so let's go here and okay, that's me. That's the live video with Stephen. But if I go here and here, okay, just give me a second. On your phone, you just go to Bluetooth, yeah, and you switch your headset on. And it should, there you go. It's now connected to here. Okay, so it says put it that there, you can probably see it. Aftershocks are connected. If I then go to my main screen here, and I just switched them on, that's all I did. Go to Amazon Music, of course. Where else would you listen to music but Amazon Music? And I go to 100 Greatest Hits, Okay, I select 100 greatest hits, and then I just press the play button, and I am now listening to, sorry about that, I'm now listening to Guns N' Roses. You can't hear it, but I'm listening to Guns N' Roses. Now, it's not hi-fi, but it is high quality sound. And when I go out 11:30 in the morning on my walks, I take my mobile phone, I take these headphones, and of course, I take my Fitbit, which we talked about earlier. Okay, so this is my running kit. Samsung Galaxy S22 mobile, the best mobile phone I've ever had, best headset I've ever had, and the best Fitbit I've had. And you didn't hear anything then, did you? No, good. So pair it with your phone, and you can take a phone call by pressing a button. You can make a phone call. This has got voice dial built in. Okay. And the beautiful thing about these is I actually forget that I'm wearing them. Yeah. They only weigh 26 grams, which is less than the weight of a bag of chips, or as we'd say, a bag of crisps. They are very lightweight and just go over your ears. High quality sound, waterproof. You've got volume controls. You can skip to the next track. You can take a phone call. You can make a phone call with voice out. I've tested all this. Before I get back 10 minutes from home, I phone Angelica and she phones me back. Okay, so we know everything works. So when I'm talking about anything that's down in the carousel, I know that it works. I know its strengths and its weaknesses. I don't work for Amazon. I'm an independent reviewer, and I'm glad to be here. And if you've got any questions about anything that I talk about during this broadcast, just ask. I'm here to help you. Okay. On an Amazon page for a product, you've got text reviews, you've got video reviews. This is a live review, and you can ask me questions whilst I'm talking. Okay. Please do say hello. Right. So that's the Aftershocks. Best headphones that I've had, and they do everything that I ask of them. And the camera that we're looking at back down in the carousel is the Obspot Tiny. And what I'm going to do is this. As you see, it's tracking everything that I do. I'm going to go to the desktop. And whilst that's going to the desktop, I'm going to do two things. Okay. I'm going to pick up my phone and put it back on the stand. Hopefully you can still hear me. And I'm going to come over here, and I think we're nearly there. Yep, nearly there. So I'm going to come back to me. And okay, so just to finish off on the Obspot, it is a fantastic camera because you can be sat down or you can be stood up presenting, and it works so well. Just give me a second. Best that you actually watch me on the Obspot. On the, oh, you don't want that one, do you not? You want this one. This one. Okay, that's the camera we're looking at. Okay, it's the Obspot Tiny PTZ camera down in the carousel. It's got AI tracking. I'm just showing you that. Versatile mounting. You can, when it comes to cameras, you can either mount it on your monitor, your desktop, a PC or Mac, or you can mount it as I've done here. Let me go here and here. Okay, you can actually mount it on a tripod. Now, when you mount a webcam on a tripod, you can set it to be at eye level rather than up above you. This is mounted on a Lume Cube stand. Let's just go forward a bit and I'll show you down the carousel at the moment. You've got this Lume Cube stand. This is the most stylish stand that I've seen. And I'm just going to move the microphone a moment. Okay. What you have, and Lume are famous for lights, but this is a stand that they've manufactured. You've got three legs at the bottom, 1, 2, 3. You've got a lock which locks the legs in place. A central tube is from 12 inches to 30 inches. You can just extend it. On top of that, you've got a ball joint. This is ideal for mounting a web camera or for mounting a light. Yeah. And if you're mounting a light, with the ball joint, you can adjust the angle. Now, of course, this is a camera. I've got this straight up. But basically, flexibility, versatile mounting, you can either put it on your monitor or you can put it, I go here, on a tripod. And if you put it on a tripod, then you can put it at eye level. Yeah. More features, that's about it really. That's it. It is one of my favorite cameras because of its versatility. Yeah. And if I go back to the OBSBot now, whilst we're talking about OBSBots, I've got two OBSBots. Okay, the first OBSBot I got is the one that is here. Okay, let's go here. This is the one that's now down in the carousel. This is the OBSBot Tiny, and today it's $149. It's 25% discount. So it's $149. But the thing is that everything that I've shown you on the main OBSBot when I was stood up goes for this OBSBot too, this share software. The thing about the one that you're looking at now, well, let me just, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch cameras. Okay. And whilst I'm doing that, I'm just going to go here. I'm going to show you what the other camera can do. Okay, so in a second, if I bring this on screen, I just want to make sure we get the right one. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Right, so we've talked about this camera, which is the OBSBot Tiny PTZ webcam. And the OBSBot Tiny PTZ webcam, 1080p and 720p, 2x zoom. It has a lot in common with the 4K version. The only thing is, it's 2x zoom and it's 1080p. Those are the differences. But if I bring this in now, okay, I'm going to hide this camera. Okay, you're actually looking now, and if I go widescreen, it will make more sense. Just give me a second. Okay, and apply. Okay, and what I need to do is I need to turn sideways. Okay, so this is the OBSBot Tiny, which is down in the carousel. It has the same features of the 4K camera I showed you earlier, but the difference is that this is the one that's mounted on the tripod. So in other words, everything I show you is working. This is mounted on a tripod. It means that I can look straight into the camera. Why is this important? Show you. As you know, OBSBot cameras have got presets. And if I go here, just let me get to the drop down. Okay, and I go here. Yeah. This is my BenQ monitor. Okay, let me just take that text off just a minute. Okay. This is my production studio. This is my BenQ monitor. And here is the microphone. They'll be listening to this microphone, which is the Blue Yeti. Okay, so that's the Blue Yeti microphone that you've been listening to. But this is my BenQ monitor. And the thing is, you can see the OBSBot 4K there, then the Brio, then the Nexigo. We said the Nexigo is 7 inches wide, isn't it? It is. Then you've got a Logitech Litra Glow light. And then behind me, you've got this. If you find this in the carousel, I had a problem. I've got to have this iPad here to actually go live on Amazon. And basically, I needed somewhere to mount it because I kept moving it around my desk. And now I've got this gooseneck stand from Lamicor, which is down the carousel. Let's just go over and see if I can find it in the carousel. Yeah. Okay. The Lamicor gooseneck stand, which you're looking at there, holding my iPad, is 20% off today. It's $19.99. And it's changed the way that I work. Because what I used to do was put the iPad down on the desk there, put the iPad down on the desk there. Now, the iPad is actually permanently on this gooseneck stand. and it's clamped to the desktop, yeah, and it's just so easy, and I can go and I can press the buttons, I can select the Lamical gooseneck stand. Yeah, it's made my production. Oh, wait a minute. This is if I come back here, I'll show you that in a second. But the thing is that these cameras, the Obspot, the Brio, and the Nexigo are actually on top of my monitor, which means that I have to look up. Yeah, normally you want to look at the center of the screen. Yeah, but your camera's up there, so you're actually looking up. Yeah, and that is difficult. Whereas if you mount your camera on a tripod, yeah, you can just look directly at the camera. Yeah, and you can ignore everything around you. As long as I look at this camera, then it looks. This is the magic of live video. If you want to be successful on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, look at the camera. Get close to the camera. The closer you get, the better the presentation. Yeah, get close to the camera, look straight into the lens. But you can also sit back and relax as well, because you don't have to look up. You can. Oh, wait a minute. I've got noises in my headphones. Just a sec. Power off. That's a good sign, isn't it? So where was I? Oh, yeah. Basically, because it's on a tripod, it's at eye level and it's a lot easier to work with. Yeah, you don't have to strain, you don't have to learn, you can just look. Anyway, just to let you know, I am based near to this place. I'm about half an hour away from Stonehenge. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. That one was cracked, wasn't it? All right, I'll admit it. This Stonehenge, yeah, I actually dropped this one on the floor, and that's why it's got the crack. So I had to go back to Stonehenge and get one that's not cracked. Okay, and you can see both mats if we go here, over here, and down again. Okay, that's the Logitech Litra Glow light down in the carousel. The rucksacks are not in my carousel, though perhaps they should be. The rucksack here is the one I use for my 5Ks, and the rucksack on the door is when we go hiking. So that's the action part of lights, camera, action. And over here in the corner, hopefully this will work. That is my Microsoft Surface Book 2, which is driving this broadcast, and it's a workhorse. It's down in the carousel. It is basically, it's got a 1 terabyte hard drive. It's just amazing. Twin graphics processors. And if I just go here, as I say, it's actually been driving the whole of this broadcast. And it's down in the carousel now. New Microsoft Surface Book is down in the carousel. This is Surface Book 2. On my wish list for later this year is a Surface Book 3. Okay, so now you can see. Oh, whilst I'm here, let's just dance about a bit, because we can, and you'll see me on screen in a moment. But the microphone you're listening to, I was trying to find it, is the Blue Yeti. Okay, this is the microphone that you're actually listening to, and this is, if I go there, this is the Blue Yeti microphone. I just love the quality of the sound. Basically, I mean, Blue are the company. It's not the color of the microphone, it's the company. Blue are owned by Logitech, and on the microphone itself, you've got, again, volume control. You've got the ability to plug in your wired headphones so you can preview the sound that's coming out. This is important because the Blue is supplied with its own software with sound effects, so that using this microphone, you can do sound effects. Now, my colleague, Nick Wood, has also got a Blue Yeti. In fact, he's the one who sold me on Blue Yetis. Basically, he actually was broadcasting live on Amazon Live, and he must have been testing beforehand, and he had a sound effect on his microphone, and he went live using the microphone, and he sounded like Donald Duck, which is why I don't use sound effects when I'm live. If I was to use sound effects when I'm live, then anything could happen, and probably would. And I did tell Nick that he sounded like Donald Duck, and he sorted it all out, and everything was fine after that. No problem at all. Right, so this is the OBSpot, and I love OBSpots. If we come back to wait a minute, just a minute. I don't want to forget. Blue Yeti microphone that's down in the carousel at the moment is 24% off. It's $129.99. It is 24% off today. And it's the best microphone that I've ever had. Yeah, it is a quality microphone. In actual fact, if I go here, I should be able to. Yeah, it is. No, I can't. It is the best microphone that I've had. Okay. And I've got the Audio Technica AT2020, which is there. I've got the Elgato Wave 3 as well. So I've got three different microphones actually in the office today. I could switch between them, but I'm live again 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. We might do a microphone special. Don't forget, Friday 11 a.m. is the green screen special, and I'll be talking about green screens. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, I don't know where to go next. Let's come back to the camera. If I go here. Okay, so we've been talking about the OBSpot Tiny. I'm going to switch this camera on. Okay, so now you've got two of me, one microphone. That's how we're doing this. And that was the OBSpot Tiny. And we've also looked at, if we just go through again, in this show, we've looked at the OBSpot, that one. We've looked at the Nexigo. We've looked at, I haven't looked at that. We've looked at the OBSpot Tiny. We've looked at Aftershocks, headphones, and the Blue Yeti microphone. And if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, you've just got the links to those. And if I just scroll over here, as I said, we've got the Elgato Wave 3 microphone. Yeah, and we looked at, I'm just cursoring through here, in this show, we've also looked at the beautiful Loom Cube adjustable stand. So all of those we've actually looked at in this live broadcast. Okay, now what I'm going to do now, we've looked at cameras. I'm just going to switch this camera off. So you've only got one of me. Okay. And I'm going to go full screen. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to go, I'm going to take these aftershocks off. Okay. They're down in the carousel if you want more information. In actual fact, if you want more information about anything, then please do ask. The other thing is, and I keep forgetting to do this. Just give me a second. Let me go here. No, here. Right, I got it. Yeah. If you are enjoying the broadcast, then you can follow me. You can bookmark me. Now, I don't get your details, but basically they're kept by Amazon. But if you bookmark me, then you can always find me. Now, this is true. There are over 2,000 Amazon Live broadcasters, all of whom have different areas of expertise. We don't work for Amazon. We're here to help and advise you. And if you are enjoying, you can follow. The other thing you can do, if I go over here, is if you type in a comment. Just a minute, I'm just trying to do this. Okay, and hopefully that will work. Okay, and in my studio now, I'm sorry, I'm just taking a breather for a second. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here, and would you know it, I'm just waiting for something to come through. Okay, one of the things I love about live broadcasting is that things don't always go according to plan, and that's what makes it magical. Okay, now if you've ever thought of live broadcasting, then it is a great thing to do. There's nothing better than live broadcasting for reaching an audience as we're doing on Amazon Live today. There's nothing better than live video for reaching out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. If you need any help, then basically if you find me, Stephen Healey, then I'm here to help. Okay. I'm fortunate. I've been live broadcasting for the last 7 years. Okay, I've been doing this live broadcasting thing since before Facebook Live, which is quite a while ago. In fact, it's nearly 7 years ago since Facebook Live started, and I've been involved since then. I've done a lot of broadcasts, and I'm here to help and advise, and everything that's down, well, a high percentage of everything that's down in the carousel I actually own. Yeah, so if you've got questions about it, please do ask. And just as a note, if I take my name off, okay, if you join me recently, then welcome to the broadcast with Stephen Healey live from England. And if I go down here, I put this up yesterday, but I think it's still relevant today. I think I can still do this even today. Thank you for joining me today. I wish you, all of you, a happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. Yeah, brilliant. And right now, I can go anywhere from here. Let's just have a look around. If you've got questions, then please do ask. Okay, I'm going to tell you now about the camera that you're looking at and you've been looking at throughout this broadcast, if I can find it. Okay. Camera I'm going to tell you about is Logitech Brio, which is the one that you've been looking. This is it. This is Logitech Brio. And if I go here and go here, just a minute. We're talking about Logitech Brio webcam, and I just need to find it in the carousel down here. Yep. And I can take myself off solo. So this is the camera we're talking about, which is the Logitech Brio webcam. Now, big thing about this is the first 4K camera I bought, and it's down in the carousel, $125.99. It is 16% off today. So if you click link in the carousel, you get 16% off. When this live broadcast is finished, the price may well change. But whilst I'm live, the price is $126.59, which is a 16% discount. Okay. Right. Just so you know, it is Logitech Brio 4K webcam. It's ultra 4K. Okay. And I got this because I was curious, what does a 4K webcam do? First of all, it's got a 4K lens, which means it's the better quality lens you can get on a webcam. And it does 4K, it does 1080, it does 720. It's got a noise cancelling microphone. If your dog barks, nobody else will hear it. If you're on Zoom and your dog starts barking, what do? Make sure you get a noise cancelling microphone. It's got HD light auto correction. If the lighting goes dimmer, then the camera will just make adjustments. It's got a wide field of view. In actual fact, this can see through a 90-degree angle. Okay, Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra being used as to demonstrate an angle, 90 degrees, and it can go inwards 78 and 65. The camera itself is 4 times the resolution of a typical HD webcam. Okay, it's 4K. The auto light correction we talked about a moment ago is Logitech Right Light, and it's got 3 fields of view. We talked about 90 degrees, but it can also do 78 and 65. Okay, I'm going to hide that and come to me, take that off screen, and we're going to do a little software demonstration. So if I go share screen, and I'm going to go over here to Chrome, to a window, and oh, wait a minute, I need to start something. I thought things were going too well today. Just a minute, just give me a second. Okay. Right, I had to close what I was going to show you earlier because it had, well, never mind the backstory. We're going to show you the software that controls this camera, which is the Logitech Brio camera. So if I go here and I go screen share, yeah, and I go to a window, okay, and I'm going to bring it up on screen. Okay, this is it. All right, this software is called Logitech Capture. Yeah. And this is the software. This is the software that controls many Logitech cameras, 920, 922, 925. It controls all of those. And it's basically, you just go to logitech.com, you download the software, install it, you'll recognize the camera straight away. Once you've got it, there are things that you can do with it. The thing is, though, I've got to be honest here, which I usually am. Okay, I'm going to use the software to actually show you what I look like. I'm going to zoom out once, twice, and go to 90 degrees. This is what my office looks like. Okay, but when I'm on camera and when I'm talking to you, I don't want to look like this. And the only reason I can change things is because I've got this, that's right, this software, which is Logitech Capture. Yeah, so Logitech Capture allows me, I get control of the camera. I can basically do what I want. I can set the camera up as I wish because I've got this. So let's zoom back in again. So I'm clicking 3 buttons. Let's go side by side here. Okay. If I go zoom in, and go to 78 degrees, that's it. That's everything perfect now. And it's all through this software. I mean, with the software, I can go left, I can go right, back to where I was. I can zoom in and out. I can go to 90 degrees. I can go to 65 degrees. This is a bit too close for me. So I generally go with 78. On the advanced tab, I can change the color intensity. So I can go bright red. Okay. Now, or even better, I can go here. I'm always worried that it's going to get stuck, but I can go here and I can go sepia. So this is all through the software control. Now, think about, if you buy a piece of hardware, if you buy a camera or a microphone, there's always software. Download it, because if you don't, you're only using 10% of the capacity of the camera or microphone or any electrical gadget. Always get the software. And I'm just tweaking it to be something like it was before I set off. There's a great button here at the bottom. If I show you it, if I go full screen, one of the things about using software like this is you experiment and things go totally wrong. Yeah. Well, if I go here, you'll see this button here. It says restore defaults. So if you're experimenting, you make a mistake, then you can always restore defaults. I'm going to take the white balance off, take that off, and back to me. Okay, so the software is Logitech Capture. It's down in the carousel, and the camera's in the carousel. The software is on logitech.com. Just go and download it, and you can take control of your Logitech camera. I'm just going to stop sharing. Yeah, I'm a bit bigger than I was before. I'm a bit bigger. Oh, I moved. That's better. Okay, so we're back. Okay, so I want to say, yeah. So that's basically, I'm live again. I'm going to be live at 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay, and in the 1 p.m. Eastern show, I'm going to go through a lot more things. I'm in England, so I'm going to go have a cup of tea. I'll be back at 1 p.m. Eastern. I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me live today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, and I hope to see you again soon. This has been Stephen, live from Wiltshire, England. Bye for now.